this is not your standard M3, it has been tuned to perfection.
Okay, let's go into the introduction.
Okay, let's start with the exterior of this car, starting with the grills. So they are from M3 comp and the front bump as well. Hence, that's why there's carbon fiber here. The front looks absolutely amazing with this white paint and the blacked out grills as well. Now at the side, you do get 19-inch alloys at the front and the back, and they have been blacked out by the owner. So the owner of this car is the owner of the business, the Stables in Adelaide. If you don't know what that is a detailing company. They also do paint when it comes to wheels, so that's a place to check out. Now moving further back, you do get a carbon fiber roof which looks absolutely amazing. This car has been lowered because it has adjustable springs, and the wheels, they are a bit out because the owner has fitted them with a spacer as well. So front and sides looks absolutely stunning. One thing I have to also mention is side mirrors. Yes, it is the standard M Sport side mirrors which looks amazing, and the paint of this car is in perfect condition. Okay, now let's talk about the back of this car. Starting with badging, you get the M3 badge here, which is also blacked out. Very special number plate, MM3, and it is a private plate, which is why it looks cooler. Now this is the best bit of the car, the apocalyptic exhaust. It is a quad exhaust and it is carbon fiber as well, the diffuser. And from the back, this car looks wide. When I say wide, pictures won't do it justice. And the tires as well, if you look underneath, it is fat. Now one thing I do like about the M cars is how aggressive they look, especially for the front bumpers and the rear bumpers. Compared to the standard 3 series, this is something special. So overall, despite this being a 2015 car, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it was made yesterday, to be honest. So exterior, 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, let's talk about engine parts and specs of this car.
Alright, so that'll be inline 6 twin turbo, 7-speed dual clutch,
Yep.
and
It gets
from 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds.
Yes, so the standard M3 gets 425 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque, but this has a stage 2 tune dented and a list of mods which I will list here. So now it produces 603 horsepower to the wheels and 750 Newton meters. That's supercar figures. And this car gets rear wheel drive as well, so with traction control off, that's not going to be a very good idea, is it? So the competition, you get the Audi RS4 and the Mercedes C63S, the sedan, because this is a full door car. The M4 is a 2-door and this is the 4-door. So we have the C63S and RS5, not the RS4, but it's the same engine. So we'll see how we get on with this. Okay, let's talk about the cool features of this car, starting with the exhaust. So this is the apocalyptic exhaust. Let's hear it on different modes. The attention to detail, so you get M switching on the steering wheel and on the center console as well, and you get, well, plenty of carbon all around. Another cool feature of this car is the shift indicator over there. So let me just start the car. As you can see, that. Okay, let's talk about the interior. So there were some upgrades onto the interior, starting with the steering wheel. You get a brand new steering wheel with Alcantara. It is quite thick. It feels nice as well. So you also get a revised center console. What do you call this, Kevin? The
armrest?
The what?
Armrest?
Oh yeah, an armrest, yes. It gets a brand new armrest with Alcantara and M stitching. Carbon fiber on the handbrake, carbon fiber on the center console, and here as well. And the interior, yes, it is very similar to that of a 320i, which is the very first car that we had on this channel, but there's carbon fiber, there's Alcantara, so it looks quite beautiful. Now tech-wise, there's no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. There's features such as a reverse camera and all of the basic luxury features, I would say. Okay, the seats. Now the seats are fully leather. They are bucket seats, which is quite amazing on a sports car. Now this bit will be replaced next week with a Nivo badge, which lights up like the Nivo M cars, and they are electronically adjustable, and the way they feel is quite nice as well. So it does grip you, which is perfect, especially around corners, and You'll see why in a little bit when Mark drives the car. And the interior, it doesn't feel like a 2015 car in here because one, you get a massive touchscreen, not a touchscreen but a center console. And talking about the buttons here, so this is where you get your engine setup, suspension setup, steering setup and transmission setup. And well, the button that we will regret pressing if you don't know how to drive, the traction control button. And overall, not bad. And cabin space, forgot. You do get two cup holders here. You do get a little space in the door bins, but overall.
Okay, let's talking about the annoying features. One of them is the cup holder is not tight enough, so if you put a cup of coffee here, it can spill. Okay, so another one is this car has a carbon fiber roof, which means we can have a sunroof here, so that's no cool way.
Another annoying feature is the fact that the key is from a basic 320i from 2013, which is the very first car that we reviewed on the channel, by the way. This has a cover on, but underneath it's still the basic key. Okay, so let's go for a drive in the M3, which is tuned to 600 horsepower to the wheels, by the way. Let's start with acceleration. I'm just gonna slow down for a bit. Traction control is on. I'm on sports mode for the engine, and let's see. I gotta shift up. That's probably the fastest accelerating car that we've had on this channel. Yes, we've had the C63, yes, we've had a stage 2 tune as well, but I'm shocked right now. This is literally supercar performance. And one thing we also have to test out is the dual clutch transmission. So we are currently in 5th gear and shifting down, 4th, 3rd, pretty quick. Let's shift up, pretty quick. It's just literally quite snappy. Now this car does get rear wheel drive, and we are currently on a very windy road. Steering, it's very accurate for a rear wheel drive car with this much power. Now I have to say 600 to the rear wheels will come with a bit of tail kick, but this is quite amazing. This steering is quite light as well. We are on comfort mode for steering, and if you go into sport it will get a bit more aggressive, but on this mode it is very responsive. The tail doesn't slide out unlike the C63S, so that had a bit of a problem handling the power, but then this is doing a fantastic job. And suspension, yes, the suspension is a little stiff because we are in comfort mode at the moment, but it has been adjusted. But overall driving, quite amazing, literally quite amazing. It is shocking how good this is, and for 80,000, which is not that much for a sports car, and with all of this done, it is quite amazing. Wow, this is a car that will put a smile in your face. This is something else. Okay, now we got Mark at the wheel. So Mark, you want to tell us what do you do?
I'm owner and operator of the Stables Detailing Studio on Weymouth Street in the city.
Yep.
And yeah, we just specialise in classic, prestige and muscle cars.
And yes, this is his personal car. We will get him behind the wheel to properly drive this car because I'm not willing to. So the engine is on Sports Plus, suspension is on Sport, and steering is on Sport as well. Traction control is off.
No worries.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
enough.
My heart is just getting out of here, out of my
heart
body.
That was quite fun.
C63 killer.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that. Yes, we did drive the C63 quite aggressively, but I've never been more scared for my life than today.
Sorry.
Mark, this car is absolutely fantastic. What you've done on this car? Crazy.
I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy. Crazy. Quickly crazy.
So, Mark, you've owned this car for a while now.
Yep.
Let us know what you think about your own car.
So I bought the car initially as a daily driver. I was originally looking for the V8 version, and I decided to take this for a drive after watching a couple of reviews, and fell immediately in love with it. I think it's the best looking BMW that they've brought out, series wise. And yeah, it just ticks all the boxes. It's easy to drive, as you can see there. You can be on the hammer, and it's very safe. You don't feel like you're out of control of the car. And then yeah, I just started working away and chipping away and adding parts and making the car my own and how I like things. So yeah.
And we didn't talk about what the mods done to this car. You wanna list them out as well?
Yeah, of course. So I've started off with it's got Schnell intake flutes in behind the grills, which feeds into larger mode intake pipes, into K&M filters. I steered away from buying or purchasing like the Venturi intake system and so forth, because I just think that's overkill, because you can only force so much air into the motor anyway. So I don't think I'm lacking there. I've upgraded the charge pipes to the mode. I'm about to install the mode intercooler, which is twice the capacity. It's had the stage 2 tune. It's got an Aquapovic mid pipe, the Aquapovic rear pipe, boot mode 3 tuning system, which can be done by your phone by just plugging into the UBD. Oh, sorry, the OBD, and oil catch can, breather, crank hub catcher bolt, so that we don't spin the hub. Yeah, the springs, the spacers, the tin, and then hopefully next week the interior mods.
Yeah, and overall driving, I have to say, I am shocked that a rear-wheel drive car with 600 horsepower can handle the power that it puts out.
Yeah, I think a lot of that too comes down to the way that it's set up with the suspension, because you don't obviously get a lot of that suspension travel.
Yeah.
And then also the sticky Bridgestone Potenza Sports.
Yeah.
Very much like your Michelin Cup 4s that everyone loves. They're super, super sticky, so let's just put it down to the licorice on the road.
So that's a driving bit. Let's hop on to the final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts on this very special M3. I'm still recovering from that drive.
Yeah, my heart is still boom, 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 boom.
And okay.
I have to be honest, I've never felt something like that. And I was at the back seat, sorry. And yeah, I felt like I was
Flying.
getting down from the Everest. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
There is no word to describe what I'm feeling right now.
So that's a very good feeling for others. So interior, I think it is amazing. The build quality is good. Exterior, it is a beautiful car. The paint, the way this car was maintained by the owner, perfection, because he owns a detailing shop. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. I will link it below as well. Final thoughts for $8,000, 600 wheel horsepower, 750 Newton meters of torque. It's a supercar.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Definitely worth it.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Definitely. I love BMW, so
yeah.
I would recommend this car. This car for people who likes Formula 1. If you wanna drive in a Formula 1, Melbourne GP, that's the car.
So yeah, that's where we will leave it. I think this is perfection. The way it's tuned, the way it drives, the way it handles, the way it looks, perfection.
That's
Like
it.
and subscribe.
I'll see you next.